Hey everybody, how's it going? Really quick in this video, I want to share with you how you can incorporate stories in your marketing campaigns. If you watched the previous video, which if you didn't, there's a link to it right up there. You can go check it out. But if you didn't see the last video, I talked about how you should be using stories to influence people to buy your product or service. And if you're not doing that, how you are leaving money on the table. You know, marketers are storytellers. That's the thing. So, if you're trying to find a way to kind of tell a story about your product or service, this is a mechanism that you can use. And this works in email campaigns, this works in social posts, whatever it is. Now, this technique I'm going to share with you right now is using something that I like to call angles. And these angles that I'm referring to are ways that you can go about telling a certain story. So, say that you want to tell a certain story or relate some sort of incident to your product or service. And you can use all kinds of them. You can use famous people, you can use Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, other people named Michael, Michael Scott, whatever you want to do. And find a way to tell a story because, like I said, stories, and as talked about in previous videos, stories have a unique way of bridging the gap, if you will, of helping people understand what you're really talking about. It's like if you were to use a simile or metaphor, a kind of like. Somehow we are able to, we were designed or created in such a way that we can relate things to each other. We can see correlations, we can see patterns, and that's powerful. If you can angle whatever story in such a way about your product or service that the people can make those comparisons with the stories. So these angles, it's just something you can simply find a step into. What can open that door for that conversation? How can you take an incident? I mean, and it could be something as simple as you putting a new door on your house. I mean, just anything. So I challenge you to right now find something, just surrounding in your room that you can use in a story about your product or service. Find something that you can tell a story around and come up with a certain angle, a certain way that you can step in the door and relate it in a kind of like way to your product or service. I challenge you to do that. Give it a try. Send it out in an email campaign. Send it out in a social post once you figured out what it is. But go try it out. Comment down below what yours might be, and I will see you in the video tomorrow.